Hey guys, my name is Nathan Masters from Brick System Brothers, and I want to give you guys a little tour of a website called Bricklink. So Bricklink I use for two main things. The first one is buying Lego pieces, just individual pieces if I'm trying to complete a project, or just looking for some specialty parts, or like kind of a bulk buy. So it's kind of like a pick a brick, but almost unlimited pieces. So Lego offers pick a brick service for individual pieces, but it's really limited. Bricklink is actually individual sellers with their own collections selling on the internet. So it's like eBay for Lego. So that's the first thing I use Bricklink for. The other thing I use Bricklink for is kind of an inventory checker. And so it links all of these pieces in with the original sets that they come in, the years they were released, and it's a huge database of Lego pieces, which is really cool if you're interested in, the history side of Lego, which I am. So I just want to show you guys those two things. So this video will be about using Bricklink as a database, and then the next video is going to be using Bricklink as a marketplace. So to kind of demonstrate Bricklink's capabilities, I'm going to show you guys the method that I use most often, which is just a lookup search with the search tool. So I've grabbed a piece from my collection that I want to look up. This is a neon orange, kind of a thin piece. And what I'm going to do is find the part number on here. So almost every Lego piece produced has a part number molded onto the object, onto the part somewhere. And this one is 17979. So what I'm going to do is going to go up here into the search bar, 17979. And if it doesn't show up right here right away, I'm just going to click enter, search for this piece, and it'll bring up a whole summary of stuff. So actually, it just pulls out the single piece right away, and there's a link to click on it, and that brings you to a summary page about this whole piece. So now we can see all of this interesting information. We've got the years released, so this part has been produced by Lego from 2005 to this year, and it's still in production, presumably. It has a weight, so 3 grams, and this starts to come in handy if you're going to be ordering pieces and you want to know how much a package weighs, how much shipping is going to cost, and it also has a dimension. So most of the dimensions are in studs, which is a Lego dimension. So this one is 5 by 6, 6 this way, 5 this way. So yeah, this is the official Bricklink name. It does have some alternate item numbers depending on which mold you have in hand, and then it's going to have a default picture for you right here. Now I have a neon orange, which should be in here right here, trans neon orange. And now what you do, once you have a specific color selected, is it shows you all of this information down here. So there's 3 main tabs. There's going to be a price guide, color info, and items for sale. So depending on what you want to know about this piece, you'll look at these different tabs. The price guide has a history of when it has been sold and the current items for sale. You can look at how much a piece is worth based on how much it's sold for new, how much it's sold for used, and then what's for sale right now. Usually when you want to look at these, because these are actually sales completed. So it's got some summary right here. Let's look at the used one. It's been sold 8 times used. A total of 21 have been sold. The minimum price was 6 cents, the maximum price was 40 cents, and the average price was 15 cents. So there you go. You can see, who sold what, multiples there. Actually looks like a lot more have been sold new. So similar price range here, 4 cents to 37 cents. So not a really valuable piece, but it is kind of not really very common either. Okay, so that's kind of the price guide there. I'm going to jump back to items for sale real quick just to look at what we've got. Basically, items for sale tab pulls up all the info from this side of the table. So this is people who are actually selling it right now, and it's being sold all over the world. So the cheapest, it usually does, you can sort it, cheapest first. The cheapest one is in Slovenia. Hope I said that right. So you can definitely buy it from Slovenia, but it's going to cost money to be shipped wherever you are. So I usually try to find the cheapest one from the US, 9 cents right now, and they've got 78 for sale. So I could get a whole bunch of these if I wanted them from that guy. Okay, so that's the for sale tab. Now color info has a lot more information. So this one is going to show you I'll start left to right. Okay, so lots for sale, individual colors. So if you click on any of these, it'll take you to the lots that are for sale right here, but you can jump to whichever color you want. On wanted list, this is the wanted list item, which I don't use a lot. Price guide information was this tab, and then known colors is this tab over here. So I use this one the most, this column right here, and this column tells you the colors and the quantity that have been produced in a Lego set officially. And as you can see, a lot of people want this piece in colors that have not been produced officially. They might exist, but they're not like an official produced piece. So if you want the best information, you're going to want to look at this column. And just looking through here, you can see that the neon orange fin has been produced in 6 sets. So let's go ahead and click on that and see what we got. And that's going to bring you to another summary page. Usually it'll have the color that you want to see right here, but it looks like no one has uploaded a picture of this piece in clear orange yet, so they're just using the default. And then it shows you which sets have this piece and how many are in that set. So I think these are all Nexo Knights, and the one that has the most is this Knight and Castle, which has 6, and then it gives you the set number right here, and it gives you the year the set was produced. So yeah, that's about it. Pretty simple. Let's jump back one page to here again. Alright, now the other thing you can do once you are in this window is you can look at adding this to your inventory or to your wanted list. So your inventory would be if you have a store and you want to list this item for sale, you can go ahead and add that right here. Or if you are a buyer and you want to add this to a list of pieces you want to buy at some point, you're going to do that right here. And when you click on that, it pulls up this pop-up, and you can add the specific color that you want, how many of them that you want, and you can actually customize it quite a bit and then add it to a wanted list. To do that feature, you're going to need a Bricklink account, which is free. I have a Bricklink account, and you can place your orders, you can put in however much profile information you want, and you can really use Bricklink to its full potential with that. Okay, so that was this orange tile piece. I'm going to find another brick to do the whole process again and just kind of do it a little bit faster so you guys get the hang of it. Okay, so I have another piece here. This is a 2x2 quarter round tile that is pearl gold. And this piece I've chosen because it's relatively new, so let's see how many sets this one is in. I've got the number on here, 27925, so we'll just type that back in, 7925. Like that. It pulls it right up. So that time, I think I did it too fast. 27925. So this time it will go ahead and put the option in right there. It pulls it up, and you can click it directly. So again, we're looking at this 2x2 quarter. And here's the kind of a general summary again, 2017 to 2020. So a pretty new piece. It is 0.3 grams instead of 3 grams. It's 2x2 size. And this has appeared in 150 sets so far. So even though it's a really new piece, it's actually pretty widely used already. And as we can see here, we've got plenty of known colors already released. The other thing you can look at with the known colors tab is actually kind of the rarity here. So this bright pink color only has 1. Light bluish gray has 45 sets with this 2x2 quarter tile. So just based on how many sets that piece is in, it's going to be more common already, and we already know that. So here's pearl gold, which is the one I grabbed. And we're going to find a pearl gold 2x2 quarter round tile in all of these sets. Some of them we're going to find more of them in. So there's actually 2 in the bookshop, I think it's in one of the rugs. There are 7 in the Ninjago City big thing. There's 6 in this Friends set. There's 4 in this Ideas set. So a pretty wide range of sets actually have this piece. Alright, one other thing I want to note about this piece in particular is if you guys had seen some of our Lego store videos where we actually go to the Lego stores and dig through the pick-a-brick walls, they have this piece offered in dark red and in the new teal color. So let's go ahead and see if we can find that on here. Known colors, dark red in 9 sets, dark turquoise in 7 sets. Okay, so both of those colors have been produced in sets as well, so they're going to be listed here in the database. But, and this is what I've noticed as I look for the build a minifigure pieces in here, if the piece has not been used in an official Lego set, not exclusively, but most of the time it won't be in Bricklink. So there are a few kind of one-off situations where there's not going to be a listing for a specific part, and that just depends on, you know, somebody has to put this information in, and it just doesn't get out all the time to the people who are able to update Bricklink. So I would say that within a certain time frame, these pieces will eventually make it into the database, but you're not going to find them right away as soon as these pieces come out. So there's that. And then one other thing when you use Bricklink as a database is it's not just piece numbers you can search. You can search pretty much any keyword, set numbers, really anything that has to do with Lego. So if I search dominoes, is there an E in there? We're going to find this old dominoes game produced in 2006. I'm one of the people lucky enough to own this set. It's a gift from my grandparents. It didn't see the light of day for very long. It's on 8 wanted lists, and there's 5 lots for sale. So this is not one of those, you know, big item Lego sets. It's really tucked away actually. It actually even has a different numbering system as well. But that's not going to limit you from finding it with the search bar if you're really looking for it. Let's see how much these are going for. 20 bucks, 25, 40 bucks. Not bad. There's not a lot to say about this set. I wrote a review about it on Brickset if you want to go read that. So there's that, and then let's see if I can remember this off the top of my head. 271, 2 others. So these are just set numbers. 210. There we go. The Imperial Flagship. So when you go ahead and look at individual sets on Bricklink, there are other things you can do. So instead of a range, it just gives you the year this time. It gives you the weight of all the pieces in the set. It gives you the size of the completed build and how many booklets there are. And depending on what's available, there's more or less information in here. But this is pretty standard. You can add an entire set to your inventory. You can add an entire set to your wanted list. You can also part out a set, which will go ahead and essentially just add all of the pieces to your list instead of the single item set itself. Okay, so that's those two things. Let's see how much these are going for. Oh yeah, $450 is the cheapest one in the US, and it's incomplete. So if you bought this back in the day, you're sitting on a little bit of an investment. And set inventory can be really handy. Here we go. So here's all the pieces in the set. It just lists them all out, kind of like in the back of the instruction books. The other way you can get to here is if you just click on the list of parts, like that. Here's the list again. Alright, let me go back real quick to the minifigures. So one reason I like Bricklink is it does the parts in the minifigures separately. And the reason I like that is because depending on how you count the number of pieces in minifigures, you'll get a different total parts count for the set. So what I like to do is actually break these minifigs all the way down. You know, I'm going to be counting the individual hands and arms as pieces, whereas Lego officially counts the whole torso as just a single piece. So Bricklink will list the individual pieces and the minifigures separate. And then if you go ahead and look at an individual minifigure, Bricklink lets you break those down. So here is the governor from the flagship. This will show you how many sets this particular minifigure shows up in. The same information is available right here. You can add a minifig to your wanted list. You can part out a minifig. You can go and look at the pieces in a minifig. Okay, so here's the entire torso. I'm going to go ahead and look at the entire torso. And now Bricklink says, yeah, there's actually 4 parts in the torso as well. So you can go all the way down to the individual part level where you've got the main torso, the arms, and the hand. And no one's bothered to upload just the plain torso picture yet, but that's fine because we have it right here. So if you go all the way in, you know, you're zooming all the way in on this individual part, you can actually see that this plain torso is in 4 sets, even though the complete minifigure, the way that it was arranged for the Imperial flagship, only shows up in the flagship. This individual torso is actually in 4 sets. And these are all hyperlinks, so you can go ahead and click on the 4 set and it'll show you where this torso is available. So I really like how this is all compatible. You can go all the way down and then all the way back up on a different branch and just really explore the Lego system through the years, through the pieces, through the availability, the sets, the minifigures. Just a ton of different ways to look at all of this. So battle pack, historic minifigure set, the flagship itself, and then the soldier's fort. And then once you're here, you can go ahead and zoom back in again on a different set and do the whole process again and again. So it takes some time if you're looking for some time to kill. I enjoy doing this every now and then. I found a lot of interesting pieces just by randomly going through sets. Pieces that I didn't know they existed just because I don't have that set. They don't really show up in a lot of other places, and you know, you're just scrolling through here and you see that tile with a special print or really interesting mold, and yeah, just didn't know about that until I saw it on here. So a lot of times, if I don't know what I'm looking at but it says Lego on it, this Bricklink is the first place I go just to get an idea of what I've got, and to get an idea of how much it's worth as well, which is really handy. So that's a look at using Bricklink as a database, which it does very well. And then in the next video, I'm going to look at using Bricklink as a marketplace, which it also does very well, and what I believe it was primarily designed to do as well. So that's coming up, but yeah, thanks for watching this one, guys. I'll see you in the next one.